We are just inside the Beltway, about 10 miles east of the Capitol Dome as we come to you from FedEx Field here in Landover. Straight ahead, it's a matchup of unbeatens between the Minnesota Vikings and the Washington Commanders. The first 2 months of the regular season down. What will the final two bring us as we're off in Week 9? Now Jamal Agnew from his end zone. And tackled at the 21-yard line, so a net negative there of 4 yards. On the ground, it's Swift to start the drive. And he'll get about 6 up to the 27-yard line. So this game of ours, Charles, you know, the talk of the NFL world all week. 2 unbeaten teams. You rarely see such a matchup this deep into a season.
I would agree with that because normally you might get one team undefeated for a while. But 2 teams like this, and I remember in preseason, you looked at schedules and said, I think these 2 are on a collision course. It'll be interesting to see if they actually get there, and they did. And to me, the winner of this game has to wear the crown of Super Bowl favorite.
On the move to his left. Got an open man. It's Michael Gallup. And he goes out right around the 39. That'll go for a gain of 7. And that'll make it second down. Swift going to try up the middle. And he gets this one to midfield before he's brought down. 10 yards there. Good for a Washington first down. Here's Murray from midfield. He'll get this off to Swift. And he'll lose yardage here. Back at the 47. But despite the completion, they're going to wind up losing 3 there. Second down. Shotgun now from Murray. He'll get this into the hands of Van Jefferson. And he's going to be taken down right at the 40-yard line. But we know that he can get first downs with his arm and his legs, Charles. And there, when he gets outside of the pocket, the defense has to account for both, and he's able to complete it for the first.
And he's very comfortable outside of the pocket. Some quarterbacks, that's not their thing. For him, that seems to be the #1 asset to his game. Gets out into the open field. Things seem to break down the secondary a little bit, and he picks out the right target.
Here's a pass swung out left to his running back. And he's brought down at the 34. Call it a gain of 4. Well, safe to say the passing game has found a rhythm. He's now 4 of 4, but might need to be 5 of 5 to keep this drive going here as they face a third down.
And maybe perhaps you show a running play, right? Maybe a little play action here to go ahead and let him throw the ball downfield. I wouldn't get away from him flinging it because 4 for 4 already. I think he's got a good chance of picking this one up here on third down.
So from inside the 20, here's 1st and 10 at the 18. Back to the running game with Swift. Absolutely nobody fooled there. He's going nowhere fast as he stopped behind the line of scrimmage. So after a rare misstep on this drive, they'll try to make amends on 2nd and 15. They'll run the draw here with Swift. And a short gain here down to the 22. This defense for the Vikings, they were excellent a week ago in the victory over Arizona.
I have to admit, I was extremely impressed by what I saw on tape because they stayed in the face of the quarterback the entire game.
And this is going to be intercepted. Picked up by Denzel Ward. And the Vikings are going to get possession here as they force the opening drive turnover.
I really don't think you can fault the decision-making here because your offensive quarterback, they really had a big week last week, and you're ready for them to go again here. Not the anticipated result, of course, but you definitely understand why they did what they did. That quarterback's been hot. You want to keep the ball in his hands and see if he can keep the magic going.
And the first play of the drive there is incomplete.
One thing that you're going to see from this offense is that they love the matchup with their wide receivers against this secondary. That one wasn't successful, but don't expect them to back away from attacking all game long.
And he'll push ahead for about 3 to the 36.
Well, that's a good start to this drive on the defensive side of the ball.
Force the incompletion on first down. Then you're able to shut down the running play on second.
Yeah, I wouldn't be surprised now. A little bit of pressure going at the quarterback in the expected passing situation.
And that's caught inside the 35. And they'll get this to the 30-yard line before crossing over out of bounds. So the big play has them all the way down to the 30 now for 1st and 10. They'll try the right side with Henry. And he's going to get this one down to the 30. Just a yard on the first down carry, so it's 2nd and 9.
No doubt about it. A really nice job there by the defense, not allowing him to get to the perimeter. But that means your defensive ends, your outside linebackers, the guys that you pay big money to sack the quarterback, they also have to have interest in the running game as well. And they did a nice job there.
Touchdown, Vikings! Tyreek Hill with touchdown number 12 on the year. And the Vikings take the early turnover and convert it into an opening touchdown. Extra point by Butker is on target, and it's now a 7-0 game. Now after the touchdown, here's Butker on to kick it away. From his end zone, here comes Agnew. And a good return as he'll be stopped just shy of the 30-yard line. Out there set and ready for this next drive, the Washington offense. As the offense comes out here, Charles, remember they threw the interception last time out, but they were moving the football down the field. Looked like, looking for Waddle, but it's intercepted. Picked off by Stephon Gilmore. And he will take this one home. It's a touchdown. Well, mistake there by the offense, Charles. They tried to pick on a Pro Bowl corner in coverage there, and not the smartest decision. He reminded him that he was a Pro Bowl corner with not only the pick, but the pick six.
And those guys who have that designation, sometimes they get a little bit bored in games because people try to avoid them. They absolutely love it when they get challenged, and it's a chance to remind everyone exactly why they were tabbed as one of the best in the league the prior season.
From his end zone, here comes Agnew. And he had no room to run as he's tackled down inside the 20. The Washington offense at the line and ready to roll. And they, as mentioned, unbeaten to this point in the year, but you think this game, their toughest test yet.
I absolutely do, because to me, this is a good measuring stick game because they've been able to take advantage of the schedule. But here, this is another team leading its division with an eye on making a Super Bowl run, so this game is crucial.
I think he's got to be careful not to force anything into coverage right there. There weren't really any throwing lanes, but the best part for him, he's got 2nd and 3rd down to fall back on.
Now left side on the swing pass. And he's got some space here. And mark him down way up close to the 40 at the 39. A gain there of 21 yards. So from the 39 now, they'll come up on a 1st and 10. Throwing now is Murray. And he's got this to Jefferson. And he takes this one down almost all the way to the 30. The catch and run pays off for 29 yards. From Viking territory now, they'll come up 1st and 10 at the 32-yard line. Throwing again, Murray. And here's another interception, the 3rd of this first quarter. Darius Slay with a pick. And the Vikings are going to take over once again at their own 25-yard line. I know it appeared he was saying, hey, give me the football, I'm open, but I don't know if that's a pass that he should have thrown there.
Well, I don't think we've ever met a wide receiver that doesn't think he is open.
And he can't get rid of it. He's taken down. Chase Young, he's the one to get him, and that is sack number 7 for him on the year. That huge loss on the sack makes this job much more difficult. It's now 2nd down and 22 yards to go. Steps away. And this one caught by Travis Kelce.
And that was yardage that they needed there after the sack on first down. They didn't get all of it back, but now they look at third down as a manageable situation, whether they have a much better chance of picking up.
On third down, Henry. And he slips up past the 45 before being tackled. A solid run by Derrick Henry, and here's another 1st and 10. On play action, it's Mahomes. It's Hill, complete. Oh, he's got a little daylight. Touchdown, Vikings. Tyreek Hill with career touchdown number 75. And the Vikings take a 3-touchdown lead. Butker now to add the extra point. It's good, and before you know it, it's 21-0.
Makes the score Vikings 21, Commanders nothing. Harrison Butker set to kick off.
So how about this for a start? 21-0 here in the first as they kick this one away. From his end zone, here comes Agnew. And no alley to be found. The coverage was solid, and he's dropped at the 18. Out there set and ready for this next drive, the Washington offense. And this ball game, clearly the game of the year so far. It's not very often that you find two unbeaten teams playing each other this late in the season, but that's what we have here, two heavyweights in the NFL.
You're right about that, and you think about recent memories, so let's take a little ginkgo right now and go down memory lane, right? 2007, 7-0 Colts, 8-0 Patriots. The Pats won 24-20. They ended up going 16-0 in the regular season before they lost in the Super Bowl against the Giants. How about 2015? 6-0 Broncos, 6-0 Packers. Denver won 29-10. And in 2020, Steelers and Titans were both 5-0. Pittsburgh won that one.
To throw again on second down. Murray. He's going to rifle one deep left side. And that's caught inside the 35. Touchdown, Washington. Jalen Waddle, 81 yards. And the Commanders are able to cut into that deficit.
Well, since we don't have a rooting interest in this one, neither one of us wanted to see this one get out of hand too early.
Oh, and now they're going to fake it. Nowhere to go here. He lost the football. And the Vikings pick up the football. He's at the 50. He's at the 30. 10. And can you believe this? It's 2 points the other way on the fumble return. After the touchdown, out is Prater to kick. And no return on this one as the fair catch is signaled for and taken. Here are the Vikings now to start their next drive. And, Charles, you look at these two teams, and these are those kind of litmus test games in the second half of the season that if you're a coach or a player, you can either really look forward to them or really dread them, depending on your point of view.
And if you're dreading them, you're not going to go very far in the playoffs. You need to look forward to these kind of games because here we've got two division leaders, both real contenders for the NFC title. And you're right, you love having easy games on your schedule, but you need some games like this to toughen you up a bit and ensure that you're ready for the shock of playoff football.
And he's upended at the 33 following a good pickup of 8. A couple extra tight ends in the formation here as they line up 3rd and 2. They'll try to run for the first with Henry. 3 yards there, good enough to keep the drive moving.
That's about what you would expect since they're so efficient on picking up third downs in the top 5 in the NFL. It's all a mindset, and I'm guarantee you, they started in the offseason. Third down's important to them. they find a way to pick him up at a very good clip.
And he's going to be out of bounds, but not before he takes it inside the 40. A really good pickup of 28 yards. So they move from 136 over to the other as they come up on first down. Mahomes taps this forward. It's a jet sweep. A nice play design there with the touch pass. Looked good at the start, but bottom line, the defense was ready.
And they did a nice job scouting, didn't they? Not just scouting, but now executing once they saw the play for real after having worked on it all week in practice. They drilled on the play, then they drilled him.
On 2nd and 9, Mahomes. Oh, now he'll try and chuck it deep left side. It's caught in the end zone. Touchdown, Minnesota. Tyreek Hill on his way to a monster game. 3 first-half touchdowns. And the Vikings are able to add on to their first-half lead. Extra point by Butker is on target. And the route is on here in this first half. After the field goal, here's Butker to kick it away. From his end zone, here comes Agnew. And he'll be stopped right around where he would have been had he gone down to a knee, maybe a yard shy of there at the 24. The Washington offense at the line and ready to roll. And they've sort of lost their way, partner. How do they recalibrate and get this proverbial train back on track?
Well, this is...
He's got a man complete. And they'll get this well past midfield before being stopped just before the 35. So how about that for a chain mover? They're all the way down inside the 40 now for 1st and 10. He'll buy some time right. Open man downfield is Waddle. He's got it. And he gets this one inside the 15, just a yard or two shy of the 10. From down at the 12, it's 1st and 10. They will run straight ahead with Swift. And this time they were waiting for him as he'll be knocked down before he can get back to the line of scrimmage. Looking at a 2nd and 11 now after the loss. Here's Murray. And he takes it in. Touchdown, Washington. Kyler Murray, a 13-yard touchdown run. And the Commanders get a bit closer. Well, the defensive coverage was good, so good he just decided to make a play of his own, and it worked out.
Yeah, you often wonder if they think to themselves, was the coverage too good to allow him to run the football? I think you'd rather take your chances with him doing exactly that, and he beat him on that play all the way to the end zone.
Extra point good by Prater, and that'll cut this to a 17-point spread. After the touchdown, out is Prater to kick. It's a squibber picked up around the 27. And it's a pretty good return here as he'll get this up to the 29. Here are the Vikings now to start their next drive. Right now, everything they touch turns to gold. This is their 4th possession. Touchdowns on their first 3 possessions. A leap, and he's got it. He got it. And he's brought down inside the 20 at the 18-yard line. Always a benefit to have a quarterback that can roam outside of the pocket, make that throw, and I guess it's helpful to have a guy that can come down with a ball like that.
All of that ties in together perfectly. Imagine being on the other side of the ball, though. You think you've got coverage. The play gets extended. Now you've got to find a receiver to plaster onto before the ball gets there. Very difficult to do.
And the Vikings are going to have a 1st and goal as he's inside the 10, down to the 7-yard line. They'll try and run for it with Henry. And he's able to get it down to the 2-yard line. And give him 5 that time as they draw a bit closer here for a 2nd and goal.
That's good hard running right there on 1st and goal. That gets them down to the 2 and puts a lot more pressure on that defense.
On 2nd and goal, Mahomes. He's got his man. It's taken in for a Viking touchdown. Tyreek Hill on his way to a historic performance. 4 first-half touchdowns as his guys have opened up a very comfortable lead. Extra point by Butker is on target, and the route is on here in this first half. Now after the touchdown, here's Butker on to kick it away. From his end zone, here comes Agnew. And he'll get it up past the 20 to about the 22. Out there set and ready for this next drive, the Washington offense. They trail here by 24 points. Got to get going soon, you'd have to think, as they come up 1st and 10. And his pass is intercepted for the 4th time today. Picked up by Denzel Ward. And the Vikings are going to take possession of the football. Oh, and I saw the pressure coming at him. That just looked problematic. Hit him as he threw it, and the interception ensued.
Let me pay homage to the man who stood in this spot before. He always talked about how much pressure is in the face of a guy, and can he step into a throw. And when you can't do that, oftentimes interceptions result.
And they're going to get this down inside the 20.
Let's just call it what it is. This has been a flat-out struggle for this defense all game long. They've really had a hard time slowing them down. And while I'm not big on speeches and guys jumping up and down, they might need their team leader on defense to get in their face right now and light a fire under these guys. They've got to start playing better assignment football and start getting guys on the ground.
And he will be brought down at about the 6-yard line. They keep it with Henry on 1st down. And he's going to press this one forward as they stop it right around the 1. 5 yards, a good run there, and now 2nd and goal.
That's a great run right there on 1st down. Didn't quite get into the end zone, but now you've set yourself up for at least 2, maybe 3 more shots from close range.
Trying to punch it in with Henry. And he will take this one into the end zone for a Viking touchdown. Derrick Henry hitting double digits with his 10th rushing touchdown on the year. And the Vikings have opened the lead up to 30. Extra point by Butker is on target. And the route is on here in this first half. Now after the touchdown, here's Butker on to kick it away. This will be fielded inside the 5. Oh, a good return up past the 30. And a good return, able to get out across the 35 to the 36. The Washington offense at the line and ready to roll. And for this offense, Charles, you got to think kind of crucial here to put something together on this drive, because remember last time out, they threw the interception on the very first play.
And you can't afford to let this defense keep building.
And my goodness, another interception. Darius Slay with a pick. And the Vikings are going to get it back here just shy of the 20. Well, that is now his 5th interception thrown in this game. And, Charles, you've got to tip your cap to this defense. I mean, they have been so impressive reading these passes. Oh, a leap, and he will make the catch. A big play there for Minnesota. And even 40 yards. So the big play gets him across midfield now for 1st and 10. 10th carry now for Derrick Henry. And past the 35, he'll be dropped a yard or 2 shy of the 30. Line of scrimmage, the 31 now on 1st and 10. Now Mahomes dancing to his left. And that is caught one-handed. Oh, my, he pulled it in. That one nearly 30 yards, 29 officially. So 3 plays, already 1st and goal, and they are wasting little time. Henry up the middle. And diving to try to get the 1st down. He's going to be a little bit shy of the marker. Only a yard that time, 2nd and goal. 2 minutes remaining in this first half of football. So 2nd and goal, and the big man Henry alone in the backfield. He's going to get it again, and he will score. Touchdown, Vikings. Derrick Henry His second touchdown of the game, giving him 12 on the season. And the Vikings have got it on cruise control. Extra point by Butker is on target, and the route is on here in this first half. Now after the touchdown, here's Butker on to kick it away. From his end zone, here comes Agnew. And he had no room to run as he's tackled down inside the 20. Out there set ready for this next drive, the Washington offense. They are looking to make a bit of a 180. They are sputtering right now.
And frankly, I think it's time to call your playmakers together and say, all right, guys, we're going to lean on you through this patch. We need you to get us back on track and get us going in the right direction. So you're calling plays geared to them. Not necessarily that you look at your plays, oh, this hurts the defense. I want the ball in the hands of X, Y, and Z and see if we can move forward.
So don't get too cute. Go to the playmakers. 9 yards is the pickup there, and they'll have a 2nd and 1. Creeping up on a minute to play in this first half. He's going to rifle one deep left side. And now here is another interception. Picked up by Denzel Ward. And the Vikings are going to get the football here as he gets this up to the 38-yard line. Well, this is just crazy. He's got 3 interceptions, Charles, and we haven't even departed the first half of this ballgame.
I think if you're looking at the stats right now, you're saying, all right, who's the leading receiver? Well, can you flip it around and say that maybe he is and could be for the game the way that things are going right now? I think if it's him, he wants to be on the field at all times.
He'll get 8 on the scramble there. It'll be 2nd and a couple. From the gun, it's Mahomes. On the run, he'll let it go deep, right sideline. A fight for it, and this is caught. What a catch. That one goes for 36 yards.
Frankly, I don't know that this defense knows what to do anymore. Just look at their body language out there. The passing game has absolutely been relentless throughout.
A first down carry and a loose football. But a Viking was able to corral this one, and Minnesota will keep possession. Could have been a costly mistake, but as it turns out, they keep possession.
You can't give away these types of opportunities in the red zone. And I'm sure that was flashing through his brain as the ball escaped his hands. Fortunately for him, able to get picked up by his team, fumble recovered.
And he'll get into the end zone.